Oh, hey there, it's day 28. I am dressed like a homeless man. Why? Because I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. Nobody can stop me. There was a man sleeping on my porch, and I asked if I could borrow his clothing. How about that? Maybe that's what happened. This is a 20-year-old cardigan. Sometimes I put it on. It makes me feel strong and powerful. It's covered in bleach. It's covered in holes. I'm wearing like a. This is terrible the way I look. But the worse I look now on camera, maybe the better I look in a few months, and you can look back and you go, oh my god. Anyway, it's day 28. It's day 28. It's an important day for a couple reasons. We're gonna zoom in here. It's an important day for a couple reasons. One, we're 2 days out from 30 days. 30 days, I'm going to do a big video in the sense of it's going to be a sort of how far have we come? Where was I 30 days ago compared to now? And I have a lot of interesting things to say about that topic. Today, however, I'm thinking about a schedule. If you've seen my other videos, I've addressed this quite a few times. It's clearly something that's stuck in my head. What's happened is these have done relatively well in terms of what I had anticipated. I just wanted to lose 80 pounds, and I wanted to use it as a point of leverage for me creating something on the internet, and ideally becoming a sort of creator of some kind. And I chose this because it was something that was slowing me down. I chose losing 80 pounds because it was the being overweight that was making me feel like it wasn't the right time to do something. I was so repulsed and disturbed by the idea of putting my face on camera. So I thought, you know what, you just have to do it, and maybe you can use it as a tool in and of itself. So ideally, we find a place where I get out of this rut of making a video every day for weight loss content, because it does have a definitive end, right? I lose 80 pounds. I'm not going to become a fitness content creator. It's of no interest to me. I'm sorry. There are just too many things that are significantly more profound in my perception, my abilities. It's a complete waste, if I'm being totally honest with you. If you are new to the channel, welcome. It's been 2 minutes. This is a 2-minute intro. I make a video every day. Yes, I make a video every day as I lose 80 pounds. For you to see someone do something difficult. If you want to lose weight, it's to see someone else do something you want to do. If you're just a normal person or a fitness guy and you're going, what's this guy doing? I've lost hundreds of pounds. I've also gained hundreds of pounds. This discussion then becomes psychological. It transcends the idea of discussing nutrition, of discussing physiology, of discussing sports science. If you have someone who is self-destructive in this way, there is something going on, and it probably precedes their dietary habits. I digress. I'm getting to a point now, 30 days, where I need to create a firm schedule, if I haven't said that already. I've spoken about it in other videos, but I have to get it out of the way. I have to firmly nail this out, because the hardest part about the past month for me has, of course, been making these videos. It hasn't been eating 1,600 calories. If you want you want calories to be easy, pick a select couple groups of food, bore yourself a little bit, eat just enough so you're not starving, make sure it's appropriate in relation to your TDEE, the end. That's really all you need to do. I'll get into other things, and some days certain aspects of it will really appeal to me for me to discuss, and I'll do that. But generally speaking, what I just said is what you need to know. So how do I discuss this every single day? I don't. You create a 7-day schedule, because realistically, I'm just going to get increasingly more busy. I already have a relatively full life. So what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? I want to do something better. I want people to know me better. I want to put out more videos. I want them to be of a higher quality, but I need to focus in what is and isn't possible. And I need to really not wake up every day and going, wait, what should I do today? What should I do today? Because that's exhausting, right? The most exhausting part of making these videos is not the making them. This is clearly very natural to me. I'm just talking to you. There's no script. I have no outline. The most difficult part is thinking, well, what should I talk about? Why should I talk about it? Is it engaging? And of course, a lot of the times it's not that engaging. The engaging part is just me. So ideally, I set a sort of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and what do I do with each day in general? So that's what I want to do right now. I want to think out loud and have a schedule made, and I think it's important for you in your life, if you have a creative endeavor, if you have a fitness endeavor, if you're doing something that's incredibly difficult, you really need to try to reduce the amount of time, stress, effort, willpower, CPU that you're putting into every decision you make every day. This is also why it's good to choose small groups of foods and stick to just those groups of foods for your entire diet. It reduces the amount of thought you have to put into every single individual action, as you have a limited amount of willpower for every single day. Monday, Tuesday. Okay. Monday is always a weigh-in day. Let's get that. Well, let's put that on the board. There's not going to be a graphic. I'm not doing that. Monday, imagine it above my head. Monday is a weigh-in day. Very easy. I weigh myself every Monday. It's narratively intriguing, right? Just by its nature. Is he losing weight? Is he gaining weight? Good to go. Tuesday. Tuesday, way more freeform. I kind of want Tuesday to be the day where I suffer the most in terms of what should I do. I do want one day where I do kind of feel like a little bit of pain and I just have to sit in front of the camera and find out how to be a way to be entertaining. I want to sit in front of a camera and think I might make the worst video ever or I might make the best. That's Tuesday. Tuesday is a bit of a torture day. I'm going to run with it, do whatever I want. It's chaos. I like it in a small amount, right? Wednesday, easy one. It's another lift day. I lift 3 days a week at the moment. Wednesday's a lift. I take the camera and myself. Maybe I'll start bringing a tripod and a microphone depending on how brave I get. I just find myself so obnoxious recording myself. So that's tough. That's Wednesday. Thursday. Thursday would be more concentrated. I will discuss one of the things that I actually value and respect. I will discuss potentially something relatively philosophical. Perhaps I will discuss what literature I'm reading. Perhaps I will discuss my writing and how that is going. It will be a day where I discuss something that I consider of a higher caliber. Ideally, we'll get a little cozier. Maybe I can position the camera so it's like in front of my library and it'll be a little bit tighter, and that's what I'm going to do. Do I think it's going to be why people click on the channel? Do I think people are going to click away and be confused? Yep. But that's just how I have to do it. This is the format I've chosen, right? A video every day until I lose 80 pounds. This is what we're in. One of the reasons I forced myself into this, really rough mechanism is I knew that if I didn't force myself to make things that I did not consider great, I would probably just wait. And I'm sure you do the same thing. This is a normal thing. There's nothing distinctive about this pattern, okay? I knew that my bar is always so high in my head, for example, for writing, is very difficult and I take it very seriously. And I don't do it's okay and push it out. I don't do that. But with videos, I just have to for now. And I think that honestly, I'm finding a middle ground. I'm getting comfortable talking to the camera. I'm learning how to be more entertaining on the spot as opposed to just in my daily life. So it's working out. It's working out. It's working out. Where were we? We were on Friday. Friday is going to be the same as it's been. Friday, I always discuss the writing I publish. On every Friday, I publish a piece of writing and send it out. It's kind of like a newsletter. It does not include life advice outside of the way I write in terms of sometimes when you read something beautiful, it feels like life advice. But on Fridays, I just publish my newsletter. And it's a newsletter not in the sense that there's any news. It's usually me discussing a memory, an emotion I'm having, a thought, something nice, something good. It is, if you want a weekly dose of something that is actually beautiful or valuable or artistic and has some degree of integrity, sign up. It's free. Just you'll get one email a week. It'll never be anything differently, and you'll like it or you won't. That's Friday, along with lifting. Saturday will be a little different. Saturday, I'm thinking ease up the pressure a little bit. Maybe it'll be a stream day. Maybe Saturdays I will just pop in for 3 hours or so. Or 2 hours or 1 hour, realistically, I don't know. And I will just stream myself. And maybe people come in, we'll get to bullshit, we'll get to talk. Or maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll try to find something to do on the stream. I'll do whatever. It's I have a lot of hobbies that involve computers. Clearly, I play a lot of video games at a very high level. I have to write all day at my computer. Writing also includes researching and organizing and all these things. There are a lot of things I could do on stream. So I think Saturday maybe is just a stream day, maybe a kind of community day. I'd like to do that. I don't know if I'm there audience-wise. I don't know if I'm there in any realistic way, but I may just start doing it just because I got to do something on that day that's different. Sunday. Sunday will be a total slop day. I think Sundays I'll do a react of some kind. I'll find something I find interesting and I'll react to it. It's probably going to be relatively funny in the terms of I'll be taking the piss out of something, but I'll just look for something that I want to react to. It seems like I know it's exhausting to see it everywhere over YouTube, but it's because it's so easy. It's so easy. And it's also very easy for someone's personality to come out in reaction to something, as this is how relationships are formed. The way you learn about someone is the way they behave against or from or in relation to this. It's their reaction to that. It's their action when this happens. That's how you get to know somebody, which is why reacts are generally such a substantial way of getting to learn someone's position in everything very quickly. As well, their capacity to be articulate. How well-formed are their thoughts? Are they argumentative? Or do they lean here? Do they lean there? I think that'll be Sunday. That's what I'll do Sunday. I mean, I have to do this. I have to iron these things out because otherwise the options, the blank canvas 7 days a week when I have all these other things going on is just too much. It's just completely unrealistic. And if you take anything away from anything I say, it's that you need to be courageous, but you also need to be realistic. And you need to find what your balance is and weave these things together with one another, upward and upward and upward. That's how you handle and progress a good life. I think that's it. Another short and sweet. I'm going to go and put on normal clothing. This isn't just for the video, though. I'm going to leave my house. I can't leave my house. It's insane if I leave my house like this. I'm going to go. I'm going to have dinner with my mother because I'm a good boy. Okay? So I'm going to go get my mom some dinner and eat with my family. And I hope you have a very good day. And I hope you know that you can do whatever you want, so long as it doesn't hurt others, and so long as it isn't you pretending it's what you want, but actually it's just giving you a great deal of pleasure and it's destroying you. So be careful with that by saying you do what you want. You know, there's a big downside to letting people do what they want. What am I saying? Where am I going to go with this conversation? All right. Day 28.